folks, welcome back. I'm really excited about this video. I wanted to film it just before I went to Peru, but then like all the Jeffree stuff came in, so I did that instead. I feel like a mom who's like so proud of their children. Clionadh Cosmetics has come out with a full eyeshadow palette, and I'm not talking about like their original Garland and Garden palette. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about a full eyeshadow palette, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to do a little bit of a review, and I also used the palette for the first time on my eyes. So, getting into this palette, this is their new eyeshadow palette. It's called the Paleo palette, and let me just quickly show you these shades. Oh, this is so cool. Like, I love them. One thing, just to start off, this palette, this one I bought with my own money. They didn't send it to me. I paid for this because I needed it in my life. Each one is handmade. You have to understand that not even the eyeshadows and everything else is handmade. The palettes themselves are also handmade. This is all paint. Paints them all individually and then puts the eyeshadows inside. I'm so like intrigued by this, and I'm also so proud of it. It looks so cool. And it even goes all the way into the insides where this is all painted and even this is all painted. The only thing, the titles of everything written in marker, like they actually like have it like written down, like they did their own handwriting and wrote it down. It's very personalized. I think it's really cute. The titles or names of things will start to wear off after time because it is just markers. So that's my only downfall when I first saw this, is that I wish there was actual full titles, but I don't know how they would be able to do that if they handmade the palette. I'm being picky, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna, like, just an FYI, I will be butchering all these names. Just an FYI. You know my channel. I will butcher every name that anybody ever gives me, especially if it's a creative name. No one knows. Crystalline. This one right here, like it's a purple, blue, green, gray. It's like the coolest color I've ever seen in my entire life. I actually have it all over the tops of my lids right now. This was the main reason why I bought this palette. Out of everything, that color I bought this palette for. What I did like about this, before they even came out with the palette, I remember I was going there and we did like a bit of a photo shoot, but they were showing us just like samples of these, just to like show us like they might be coming out with an eyeshadow palette, that kind of thing. And what I really liked when I heard about this palette is that they wanted something that was cool tone and warm tone all together in one eyeshadow palette. The whole top row is the cool tones and all the bottom row is the warm tones. What I also like about this palette is the first time that Clionadh Cosmetics has come out with matte shades. So Fossil and Pangea, probably saying it wrong, those are the two matte shades. Pangea I already used once and I knew that it was super buttery, very pigmented, literally a little bit goes a long way. Fossil on the other hand. How about this entire palette? I did swatch everything and you're gonna see in these swatches that Fossil, out of all of them, looks the chalkiest. Sometimes with chalky shades it tends to have a bit of fallout. It had a little bit but not a lot, but it just, you put a little bit in and then you have to like really blend it and make sure that it's super blended, and it's one of those types of shades that you have to keep dipping back into just to get that pigment. A little bit harder to work with. It reminds me of some of the matte shades in like Morphe palettes. I mean, out of the entire thing, if Fossil isn't like my favorite, like it's probably my least favorite out of the entire palette, but out of everything all together and how much money it is, if there's only one bad shade, then whatever. I'm totally fine with it. I still worked with it and it's still a really beautiful shade. Other than that, all the shimmer shades, when swatching them, they were phenomenal. Like literally one stroke and they were just liquid gold. Like it's just, they have perfected this shimmer shades and highlights to a goddamn T, ladies and gentlemen. These are the most pigmented shimmer shades I have ever used, and they are so buttery and perfect, and I had to use my finger to like warm up the product, and it really made it super intense, which is like phenomenal. You're getting an actually really good like priced palette and actually getting very phenomenal quality eyeshadows. So yeah, that's my review of the Paleo palette by Clionadh Cosmetics. So thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and also follow my other social media websites. I have them in the description box down below. I put a little bit more updates on there than I do on here. You only hear from me once a week on here. Follow those two sites down below, and if you want to get this eye look and this beautiful highlight, ladies and gentlemen, just keep on watching.